So we did have a little bit of carnage this week. We no piece of equipment was safe, I don't think, except for the fluffer and the rake. Had a broke a spindle on Massey Ferguson. Luckily there was a place about an hour from here that actually had one in stock, believe it or not. So we got that fixed. The mowing machine, the cylinder that raises the mowing deck up and down, I guess the packing went out in the back of this cylinder here, because when you go to raise it, it'd blow hydraulic fluid out of this weep hole here, or a blow off hole. So had to have it repacked. And then the up hose for the baler, it blew it out and had to have a hose made for it. So we definitely had our fair share of breaking things this week, but I think that's to be expected when you're using so many pieces of equipment and bouncing through the hay fields and that sort of thing. It's kind of one of those things that's bound to happen. And we've been fairly lucky, the past 2 or 3 years. We've not had a whole lot of problems with anything. I honestly think this year is probably the most stuff we've tore up in a hay season. I think maybe not the most expensive, but the most pieces and parts. So, but that's part of it. That's kind of the game you're playing. You have to kind of account for those things, because it's going to happen. Got an almost empty hay shed. We'll see what it looks like when we get everything from this first cutting put in here. We got a good, probably half this shed filled up as well. We usually feed out of this barn when we feed over here on this side, and that way we don't have to carry it all the way across the farm. So we'll kind of pick and choose and feed out of this one every other day or so, and then kind of rotate back and forth. Here's what we ended up with on this first cutting of hay, 2024. Almost got these two bays full. Got that back bay about 1/4 of the way full, and then all of that but about 5 rolls was left over from last year. So altogether we ended up with about 140 rolls, which was a really good first cutting for us. So very pleased, very thankful for it. Like I said, we had a lot of good rain, and the weather was just good for hay this spring. So very happy about that. So we usually need around 200 rolls to get us through the winter with the head of cattle that we usually run. So we may have a few more head this year than we did last. We're trying to kind of replace some of the older cows in the herd, so we may end up with a few extra this winter. But I think unless something drastic happens on the second cutting, we should have plenty of hay. So we'll finish filling this up, and then fill up that other hay shed that I showed you a few minutes ago, and we should be we actually might be looking for other places to put it, honestly. But yeah, we're also very blessed with a good week of weather to put hay up. We started on Monday and cut everything we had on Monday, and then we were able to start baling some of it Wednesday evening and finished it up yesterday evening, and today's Friday, and we hauled everything in today. So we're completely done for the first cutting this season. So I appreciate you sticking around and watching. I know it's a little bit different video, but just kind of what we had going on this week around the farm, and tried to get some interesting shots, of the equipment and some of the process. But I appreciate you sticking around, and I hope to catch you on the next one. We'll see you.